Okay, here I am back, baby. Yes, you can see what is happening in this world in these days. Now you can see it in your front of your eyes. I'm not surprised. We just have to be now. We have to be very careful with the language we use. It's amazing, and it's part of it as well. I'm just gonna wait for you to join me, and I'll post it. I'll post it where we need to post it. Um, Obama, definitely Obama, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me know, family, if you're here with me. I don't see anyone here with me yet, so I'm waiting for you. Um, mm, mm, mm. There we go. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So, oh, now I can see some people joining me. Okay, awesome. Those of you watching it later on, we suddenly had a hiccup in the live stream. Everything went dead, frozen. We have a bit of a funny weather outside. It's very cloudy and very windy and turbulent. But on top of that, probably the language I've used had to kind of, be altered. So just a bit of patience. It is what it is. We just need to work with what we've got. So as you can see, I have to be very careful with the language I use. And I'm just posting it to all our community to know where we are. And there we go. Dum. What a bummer. I was in my flow over there, and now the flow broke. But we'll get back into it. I will be even more careful now. Just posting it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, thank you to everyone who's joining me. Dee, Don, Dana, Tiffany, Roll, Chris, Dor, Emil, Ashley. Excellent. Yeah. So, we have to be even more careful now. Yeah. Okay, so 2020, I just spoke about that and I said what it was about. Now, a bit of buffering. Okay. Tanya, Ima, you're joining me. Let's hope it's gonna be okay. We're doing our best, but it is what it is. There is a lot of issues with the internet. I don't know. Hopefully, she'll be alright. Now, let's get into the astrology now, so we can get going. This is a very cool thing to understand now. Okay, time to move to theta. Yeah, for sure, that's coming. I just need to learn more about it, how to do it. There's a lot of, like, this year, everything I do here, the live streams and all the technology, the softwares, this has been a whole new level for me of learning how to walk in this way. So I'm still learning, and there's much more for me to learn. But I want to tell you something cool about this full moon. This full moon in Cancer, as I said about before, family and stuff, how interesting it is. It comes after the Sun square to Chiron that I've showed. That's where we stopped. Sun square Chiron, that was on yesterday evening. And it's on Christmas weekend, Christmas lunch, Christmas kind of day. And in Christmas is the time of the year. I'm just reading your comments. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Ashley, brother. So it's interesting that this Christmas, it forced us all to do Christmas in a different way. In Australia, we pretty kind of got it all right. In New South Wales, not so much, but let's say Melbourne, Victoria, you could have got together with your beloveds for Christmas lunch. You could have done your business job colleague gathering. We could have done it to a certain degree, so we got to enjoy it. But most of the population of the world, like America, Europe, all the main places that celebrate Christmas, are experiencing it in a very different and painful way. because they are wounded, because there is the poo, because there is a lockdown, because there's all these things. People can't spend Christmas with their beloveds in the way they used to. And this is where Chiron come into the picture over this weekend of Christmas. So people kind of feel like, oh, what a bummer, I can't be with my family, or I can't be, with my friends, the people I want to be. You can feel wounded by it, you can feel painful for it. But instead, the sun squaring it in Capricorn is like, together with Mercury there, it's like, let's think about it in a new way. Let's think about it as exciting and innovative and invigorating. That's Gemini, that's Mercury. Invigorating, your youth, young, something new, something different. Let's do something different. So if you choose to go with the wounding because you're vibrating on the collective vibration of the fear and the uncertainty and the doubt and all the things that's going on, you will most likely choose to be like, oh, we can't even have Christmas the way we used to, what a bummer, blah, 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 blah. But Chiron offers us the healing. And the healing of that is like, oh, wow, this year I can't be with the family as I always. That means that I can spend a Christmas in a new way. Something new, something exciting with friends or with a group of people that I like, or maybe I was invited to a different family kind of gathering. Maybe I was alone by myself and then I was invited out of nowhere to like a Christmas lunch with other people. It's kind of like, oh, this is very interesting. It's very healing because suddenly you meet new people, you have a new experience. The old triggers that every year triggers you on Christmas suddenly are not there. And suddenly you're going through your Christmas in a very new healing way. So that would have been the right way of processing it, of not like, how am I wounded by this? What am I not getting? But more into like, wow, let's try this new thing. Let's look at it in a new way, and in a way of like, stop being like wounded and victim of it, Chiron. Now, coming from this Sun Square Chiron, was yesterday, as I said. I'll take you through the days and I'll go to now. Let's go now. So what is happening now? We've got, here we go, the Jupiter and Saturn, 1 degree of Aquarius. They're still traveling together, not that far. Jupiter will slowly break out of Saturn influence. So give it another few weeks until Jupiter will be, remember, this is the biggest planet in our solar system. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. So it takes time until Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in our solar system, can fill in 1,000 planet Earth inside of it. This is how huge it is. This is why it's so bright in the sky. It takes a while until he comes out of the territory of Saturn, which is also humongous. So give it like a nice kind of 3 degrees gap, 3 to 5 degrees gap until he really breaks out of it. So, and they're traveling kind of close together. So this will take weeks until, we will feel the ease up of Jupiter off kind of Saturn. But while they are together, Jupiter magnifies and expands, as I said, Aquarius, the people, the world, the new innovative future, futuristic, technological, digital. And, we're living in a time where humanity and the people of the earth and the people of the world are connecting through internet, through live stream, through social media, through all of that. That's magnified. That's where we can find connection. That's where we come together. You have your own Facebook groups and you have your own Telegram groups and you have your own this and your own this and you're part of this community, you're part of that community. This is how each one of us function in the world. We all kind of bonding with certain groups of people and certain kind of communities and unbonding, detaching from old communities or old groups of people or old frequencies, vibrations that we don't relate to. Frequencies and vibrations are the big title because Uranus and Aquarius rules frequencies. They rule vibrations, electricity, the nervous system, the higher mind. So this is about following and connecting with the people, groups of people, a new family, a new community based on vibration, based on frequency. You meet someone, they're lovely people. You love them for who they are, but you feel like they're not quite your frequency. They're not quite your vibration. But it's okay. You love them. And that's Aquarius. It's like unity through diversity. Let's love each other if we are matching vibration or not. If we are matching frequencies or not. If you believe in, I have to use now a very gentle language. If you're into that and she is not into that, she is into that, it's like, can you still love each other as human beings with different frequencies, different vibrations? You don't have to relate to each other on the same vibration, but you can love each other. That's what Neptune in Pisces is teaching us. Give me a sip of tea. So this is what Jupiter and Saturn are doing. It's like breaking frequencies that disharmonious, breaking relationships, families, group of people, businesses, disharmonious, and bringing new. It's like you take like the molecules. The molecule experiment in Switzerland under the ground, I forgot how they call it. They collide atoms to kind of create like this black hole or this vortex, and it's kind of like, this is what it is. It's kind of like, yes, CERN, exactly. So it's like the atoms go against each other and they smash against each other, so they break from the old structure. But together they become like, create a new structure where atoms go and connect with other atoms, molecules with other molecules. You can take your class year in school out of, here you are 12th grade at school. I don't know what was the size of your school, but in my school we were like 12 classes of 40 people. There was like 500 people in a class in a year. And on top of the fact that you have classes from 1 to 12, when all those classes of the same year go to the lunch break, suddenly, the class is being broken down to individuals who are working all different areas of school. And then you will find those kind of vibration of people get together there. Those kind of vibration of group of people get together there. It's like, here is the cyberpunks, and here is the anarchist, and here is the doof lovers, and here is the hip hop, the rappers, and here is the reggae people, and here is the woo woo spiritual, hippies. And you know what I'm talking about? That suddenly in the lunch break, the 12 classes, they all left. But then what you find in lunch break is that you are spending your lunch break with a certain few people, or a certain group of people, and that's how you spend your vibration of your free time. And then you go back to the class and everyone comes from their different vibrations into that vibration. So that's a common kind of reggae rules. So that's a kind of what is happening. That is like we're being kind of separated from each other, from groups, from things that we used to like or relate to. And suddenly we're finding new meanings and new values and new relationships and new levels of connecting and new frequencies, new vibration. That's this process of now Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. So this is happening now. Right now, as we sit here, we can also see that the Sun is now aligning, trining Uranus. 6 degrees 51 Uranus. Sun is 1 of Capricorn. And it's like the Sun is like the self, the soul, the I am. And it's like it's in Capricorn. So the soul, we are all searching to kind of create new set of boundaries, because our old world has just been demolished, dismantled. So we're kind of standing there and it's like, oh, wait a second. What's important to me? I first need to collect myself together. What needs to stay? What is staying? So yeah, I have to have this boundary. This is what I don't want anymore. This is what I want. Yep. No, you know what? This dress, I don't like it. I never really wore it. I'm going to throw it away because I just bought this new dress. I want my wardrobe to look more like that now. Until now, you were eating meat, and suddenly you have high blood pressure and cholesterol, and, people recommending you to go vegetarian or vegan. So suddenly you go like, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to have any more red meat. I'm not going to have any more chicken. Okay, so what stays? Okay, so I need vegetables, I need rice, I need pasta, I need quinoa, I need lentils. You're starting to kind of assimilate. Sun in Capricorn. So what's my new boundaries? What's my new structure? What's my rules and laws and regulations? And what is this new karma that I need to create for myself? That's the journey of Sun in Capricorn now, which is facing Pluto still in Capricorn. So it's kind of like, as the old structure still kind of fades away out of our life, still breaking down out of our life. By the way, with Pluto, it's only in, I said it last live stream, only in 2024 is where Pluto is going to get out of Capricorn. So this wild ride of chaos, of things falling apart, of the old patriarchy falling apart, of the old structure falling apart, this is going to continue until 2024. Only when Pluto will move to Aquarius, then we are really kind of in a whole new territory. But until then, it's the bridging. Just for you to keep in the back of your head. So there's still a wild ride ahead of us, which is the end of Capricorn. You know, Pluto being the death and rebirth is now going to travel through the final 6 degrees of Capricorn. 5 degrees of Capricorn. This is where it all really kind of chaotic, breaks down. And to top that up with Neptune squaring the moon nodes, it's like, I spoke about it before a bit with Sagittarius being the south. Kind of the media is telling us, and the old people are telling us, and the philosophers, and the wise seek wisdom, and the teachers and the gurus, they're all telling us how we should think, what we should believe. They're creating deceptions and illusions for us through the media. That's Neptune with South Node, which we need to let go of and stop believing what they're telling us, whoever they may be, and go into the North Node in Gemini. We need to go with what we believe that is true. We need to go with what we think that is right. We need to follow what our own mental sovereignty, our own brain, our own being, our own knowledge, our own teaching is telling us, as we allow ourselves to be Gemini-like. Explore and be curious, to learn new things, new ways of thinking, new philosophies. You know, if you dive into Bitcoin and into blockchain and into decentralization, the whole philosophy of decentralization, I spoke about it a few times, it will expand your perception of how reality can operate. Once you start to understand that crypto and blockchain is more than just making profits and having, making money, it's a whole new paradigm of functioning as governance functioning, as financial institution will function, as economy will function, as you will function in the world. Because blockchain has come to revolutionize that with Uranus in Taurus. It has come to create a journey of us creating a new set of values, and new ways of securing ourselves, and new ways of making money, and new ways of making income. It's kind of like, and it forces us to learn a new learning, a new knowledge, a new teaching, a new tool. So yes, buying Bitcoin is one thing, but understanding Bitcoin is a whole different thing. You know, buying Theta and having Theta in your wallet, that's a great one thing. But understanding what Theta is actually really doing, that will blow your mind. This is where you really get into the juicy stuff of crypto. And when you come, you know, when you buy a coin, rather than if it's Litecoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin or Theta, whatever you buy, each one of these projects has a community. And each one of these communities has their own platforms. They have their own Medium platform, their own Twitter, they have their own Instagram, they have their own, what it's called, I forgot, Slack platform, they have their own Telegram groups. And in those groups, all the people that hold that coin and relate to that cause and to that startup and to that philosophy of that product come together. So this is how you see suddenly, that's why you see the division even in crypto. You've got, once you buy Bitcoin, you're starting to be exposed to that. You've got the big Bitcoin maximalist, and you've got the non-coiners that don't believe in any of the coins. Then you have the Link Marines. Then you have you have different names. You have all these coins. But it's kind of like tribalism. Everyone came to blockchain to find a new future for humanity of freedom and liberation and, equality. And yet humanity, the human beings falling down the same trap and having fights because this one believes in Ethereum and this one don't believe in Ethereum. This one think Ethereum is good, but the Bitcoin maximalists say, no, only Bitcoin, all the rest is garbage. And it's like, you can't say that all the rest is garbage when you have something like Theta, which is a proper project with a proper product and a proper startup of a new innovation around video streaming online. You can't say it's crap. When you look into projects like like Polkadot, which is going to take the Internet 3.0 to a whole new level of experience. When you look at Elrond Gold, taking the Internet 3.0 to a whole new different experience. You have Litecoin, you have the Ethereum. Ethereum is like a whole world within cryptocurrency. So you can't disqualify that because of your own personal belief. That's separation. You are separating yourself. I'm showing you this example through different areas of life, but it's like that in crypto as well. So I don't do that. I just share love, Whatever I have, I have. I support that which I have. But if someone else does have something I don't have and believe in that, good luck, bless you, enjoy your journey. Each one to his own. You need to, it's like what you relate to. It comes to you as an individual. And so now in these charts, what you can see with the sun trining Uranus, this is Uranus coming as the higher mind, and it goes like new innovation, realization, aha, enlightenment. Wow, I didn't realize that before, but yeah, that's how I want to reinvent myself. That's how I want to create this new structure for myself. Maybe instead of working 9 to 5, I will work 10 till 6. Just for example, maybe instead of working, 5 days a week, I want to work 4 days a week. Maybe instead of working 4 days a week, I want to work 6 days a week. It's kind of like, let me take it to where I want to take it. Maybe instead of, holding on to my dollar in my bank, I want to buy Bitcoin and have it in my own possession. That's a whole new way. So this is building up for the full moon, because as you can see, I'm going to take it with the time, and the sun is going to travel now. And when is it going to be exactly? I want to tell you. 6:50. Let's go there. 6:50. There we go. So Monday at 2 p.m. So Monday on your lunch break of Monday, tomorrow at 2 p.m., this is where the sun is going to be trining Uranus. Very good time to kind of do creative thinking, to sit with yourself and kind of ponder. It's like, okay, what do I want to invent in myself? What is my ideas about my future, about how I should live my life, the structure of my life, Capricorn, my new law and order, my new boundaries, This is me. This is already 28th of December. This is me 3 days before the end of the year. I'm really reflecting about what I've realized from this year that I want to initiate for the new year of 2021 in a few days. So let me sit with that creative, innovative, ingenious kind of enlightening way of new ways of thinking and creating my new world. Now, and all this time, what you also need to remember is that Mars, here on the 25th degree, Aries 23, they still square in Pluto. So there's a lot of Mars energy still ongoing. Mars hasn't stepped out of shadow yet, which is his retrograde time. But Mars with Aries, with Pluto, this is continuing to actively destroy and break down the old structure of life, the old things that are no longer in integrity or in the right purpose or in the right karma. This is continually actively breaking down. So this also bringing up, the heat in the street. Individuals are, feeling different emotions of maybe anger, maybe frustration, maybe upset. There might be protests in some places in the world. There might be some, movements of people that are expressing their heated emotions and feelings around this situation, and Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius now supporting the people, highlighting the power of the people, with Mars and Aries. Like, Mars is the god of war, Aries is the goddess of war as well, kind of like, but she wants to create chaos in order for you to evolve into a better place. They both square in Pluto for the third final time. This is kind of like, let's just finish and just like get the job done. This is not on, this is on, everyone's voicing opinion. Could lead to arguments, to stuff like that. So, pick up your battles, choose your battles wisely. And the whole challenge in here in all this time, as I said many times, is to maintain a vibration of love. If you are vibrating, you can take yourself on this scale of frequencies, vibrations. Right now, there are people around us, our neighbors, in our suburbs, in our cities, on our planet, that are vibrating darkness, doom and gloom, fear that is being fed by the by the Neptune South Node, by the illusions, delusions, false teachings of the people in power and the people in, based on the old stories. And then, you've got the people who are, they're neutral. They don't know what to believe. They don't know what to know. They are not in the love. They're not in the fear. They're just kind of like, they don't know. They're kind of like, I don't know. Then there's the people who are fully denying of that and fully know what's really happening. And they choose to live in love, love vibration. Then there's the people that took that love vibration to a whole next level of excitement for the future and visualizing this future and walking with the 5D, with the third eye, with the Neptune, with the Uranus, upper chakras. This is Uranus with the sun. This is third eye crown chakra, like boom, 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 signal to the universe, like, and the universe spirit, higher, the great spirit is saying like din 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 din, din 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 din, din 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 din. And those who are open, those that are vibrating in that vibration can perceive it, can feel it, can tune into it, can connect with it. Those that are not feeling it, they don't know it's there, they have no idea. And this is in the prophecies of the Maya, of the Native Americans. Rudolf Steiner as well said that. So it's the separation between the 3D perception reality and the 5D perception reality. And they both existing simultaneously in the same reality. So there's the people that just, no judgment here. This is just describing it for what it is. But there's the people who just go to work, they eat their food, they drink their drink, they watch the TV, they go to bed, they just live through the loop. It's like nothing spiritual, anything like that, not at all. Then there's the people who's gone spiritually and have done yoga and the meditations and the shamanic healing and the hypnotherapy and the kinesiology and the acupuncture and the Chinese medicine and the naturopathy and the herbalism and shamanic medicine in the Amazon and all this kind of meditation and light body activation and sound healing. This is age of sound healing galore. Sound healing is a medicine that was designed for this time, designed for it. It's all about frequencies. It's all about sound. It's all about music. It's all about healing. And so, hello, beautiful Kimberly. Hello, Jules. So you see what I'm trying to say is we will see how slowly there's going to be more and more kind of separation, division between left and right, down and up. It's like that, that the balance cross of 4 directions. There's like this pool of like left and right, believers, non-believers, conspiracies and media and all these kind of things I spoke about before. And then there is the 3D and 5D. There's like the spiritually awakening and perceiving, ultra sensitive, subtle other worlds and beings and spirit and communication, intuition and psychic and telepathy, activation, visions, dreams, living on a spiritual journey, living as a spirit in a human being experience. But it's mainly the emphasis of like, I am a soul, I am a spirit, I am beyond this time, I am beyond this space, I'm beyond this, all that is happening, I'm beyond it, I'm visiting here. I'm a time traveler. I came down to earth to travel in this time to experience the shift of consciousness, and it's full on, it's chaotic, but it's very fascinating at the same time, and it's very exciting at the same time. Because there is much more coming that is going to open up the crown chakra to the collective galactic school of life. Once human being will perceive spaceships in the sky, this is crown chakra like opening wide, because automatically you have no choice. You're like exposed to the bigger picture of life. And then you're going to have the other people who are going to go down and down the rabbit hole of debt and poverty and, the fear and the lack mentality and the breakdown and the grief and the loss. And no one is being judged for where he is because it's all the grand karma school of life. This is Saturn initiated now a new karmic cycle of 30 years. There were those that chose to learn that path and do that path and gain that experience. Therefore, they're going to experience that karmic experience. And there's those that chose not to do that, but to do that. And they're going to experience that karmic experience. It's cause and effect. It's consequence. So this is now where things are the seeds are still being planted. And this full moon is another deep seed. Now, I want to say something important about this full moon before we're running out of time. It's already 7:15. So I'm going to take us now to the full moon. And here we are. So before the full moon, what we're having is quite cool. On Monday at 7 in the evening, a bit less than that. Let me go an hour back. Yep, and this is a nice build-up. So I'm showing you how we came into this weekend from last week of big, but last week was humongous. Yeah, there's no need to talk about that any further. It was huge. The Saturn Jupiter, and then we're moving, and the Mars square in Pluto was like through Thursday into Friday, and then here comes Saturday, and the Sun is square in Chiron. It's so you're feeling wounded by this, Mars square in Pluto that happened on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's more like it was the final square exact, and it's kind of like, are you going to find the courage and the strength and the power to overcome this subconscious, unconscious, traumatic self, traumatic narrative, this old way of thinking, this old way of believing, because it makes you suffer so much and it puts you in a victim place? Are you going to act against it and shift it by stepping into your value, by stepping into your worthiness and saying, this shall be, this shall not be. I'm no longer afraid if this breaks down. I'm no longer afraid if I'm going to lose that, because I need to be true to myself. I need to be true to who I am and to what I value in me and to what I feel that I'm worthy of. I need to be true to that regardless of what's going to die, regardless of what's going to fall down. That was this Mars Pluto after this Jupiter Saturn new initiation. Then comes the weekend, Sun with Chiron. It's all you took these actions that made you feel a process of healing. You feel a healing shift. Something's changing. Like the dynamic of that wounding cycle suddenly took a new form. Or you didn't take that action and you continue to spiral down the rabbit hole, and now you feel this wounded again. See, nobody loves me. Here I am on Christmas weekend. I've got no one to spend time with. It's all about me. See, I'm with myself. People forgetting. Self alone is all one. On Christmas Day, Friday, last week, there was so much demand of healing on me, which I'm blessed with gratitude for, but I literally didn't stop. Since the last live stream, I told you it's going to be a massive week for me. It was a massive week. Lots of the meditations, lots of private healing sessions, and to the point that there was so much demand that as a family, we thought we're not going to do anything on Friday, on Christmas Day. And then, so I kind of opened up for people to book in, and I got like a full day of work with healing with people. I finished at 6:30 in the evening. No, I finished at 6 in the evening on Christmas Day. On Thursday, my family suddenly was invited to a Christmas lunch, which we didn't know about. So they went in and had fun, and I'm walking. And as I finished my day, I was like, what a bummer. My family is kind of having fun, and here I am walking, But I was like, okay, but you know what? Yeah, that's true. But, let's give thanks. We did work. We helped some people today. It was very good. Now, let's go for Christmas dinner with ourselves. So I took myself to a restaurant Friday evening, sat in a restaurant with myself, just me, having dinner, enjoying my company, loving where I was in that moment and celebrating with myself, my own existence. And that was very healing for me because, yeah, why not? Why not enjoying your own company? Why not celebrating with yourself? What's wrong in that? Why are we seeing alone as lonely rather than all is one? So this was the weekend. Now it brings us into this week. Here we are now. And what is happening now? We spoke about it. We spoke about the Sun trining Uranus, this is going to happen tomorrow afternoon. So kind of, and all these days, there's a lot of mental. I can talk about that for hours more because there is a lot of understanding to do around that. You see, because the North Node of the Moon is in Gemini, so our kind of soul destiny is now should be assimilated based on this Gemini. And Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is in Capricorn. And Capricorn is in opposition to Cancer, it's in opposition to the full moon. So it's kind of like, we're we have to think in a new way. We have to kind of be curious and youthful and explore new ways of being that can kind of bring a new excitement into our life. So Sun comes with Uranus. It's like, yeah, here comes the quirky, unique, out-of-the-box, innovative, new way of being you. So tapping into that tomorrow, into lead into this full moon. And as we go, this is now Monday. And what happens there? Here comes the moon. Here on your 8 or 9 o'clock almost, 15 degrees Gemini, the moon in opposition to Venus, 15 degrees Sag. So, and it's close to the North Node. So here comes the feminine, goddess, emotional, soft, sensitive moon tomorrow afternoon, 5:47 p.m., traveling through Gemini, where the North Node is, trying to figure new ways of feeling. I don't want to feel like that anymore. So how do I want to feel? I want to feel good about it. So I need to work with my mind to create new neuronic pathways, new narratives that can present to me new stories which are younger, more youthful, more exciting, more invigorating, so I could feel better, because I want to feel better. And it's in opposition to Venus. So it's the way we are with our family, the way we feel with our friends, the way we feel in our relationships, the way we feel with our business, finance, money, Venus, the way we feel around our sexuality, Venus. It's like, let's change the story so it can actually become a nice story that actually feels better and more exciting, rather than this, yeah, we're just growing older, and as we grow older, you lose your libido, and you lose your mojo, and yeah, it's like your body gets old, you're not as attractive, you're not as sexy, you're not as... It's like, oh my God, let's just die now. What about, as you grow older, you learn more about your sexuality, you are more connected to your sexuality, you can make love in a more enriching way, in a more satisfying way. What about now that you're older, you're still young in mind, you're still young in your perception, you're still young in your soul. What about, instead of being afraid of this old money system falling down, inflation, depression, what if you do something exciting and start learning about Bitcoin? That will make you feel more exciting, more youthful. You'll connect with something that is actually happening rather than something that is dying. This is for example, okay? This is the build-up for the full moon. And we go through another day forward into Tuesday. And Tuesday, this is by the way, we have a ending of 2020 meditation on the 28th, Monday night. So this is where we're going to have the Sun with Uranus. We're going to have a sound healing in that time, Sun with Uranus and Venus opposition to the moon. That's tomorrow night meditation, ending 2020 journey. Then on Tuesday, another ending 2020 journey. And what we'll have in this time is that the moon is shifting to Cancer there we go, at around 9:30. Let me take you exactly. Tuesday at 9:28 p.m. the moon shifting to Cancer on Tuesday. At that time, Venus is really closing in on the South Node, so this is important because the goddess of love, money, sexuality, values, health, beauty is coming to meet the South Node. The old stories, how the old way that we used to believe about money, about sex, about relationships, about real estate, about investment, about our health, about our values, this kind of like, this is old, this is boring, this is dull, this is not exciting anymore, this is not working for me anymore. It's like, what do I want? What am I feeling? What am I feeling that I want in my life? Like, what is the new story that I need in my life about my relationship, about my love, about my sex, about all these things that I said, okay? At the same time, Sun is still aligned with Uranus. And as we travel, I'm going to take you a few hours forward. And it's going to happen on the 9th degree of Cancer. 8th degree. 53 minutes, you see, the sun here, 12 o'clock, 12 and a bit, 8 degrees, 53 minutes of Capricorn, in opposition to the moon, 8 degrees, 53 minutes Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. What is happening on this full moon? What is the main tone? The main tone is that Venus, 18 degrees and 5 minutes, is together already with the south node, 19 degrees 57. So they are kind of like almost at the almost 2 degrees, less than 2 degrees apart, which is already conjunction, okay? So it's building up on the full moon, and like in the 2 days after, this is when it's really gonna happen. So the full moon is gonna be a process of a few days of here is the old stories coming up to the surface, here is the old pain, here is the old insecurity. Cancer is mainly around our emotional security. Capricorn is around our financial or practical security. And so this is again this axis of like this old feeling, the old stories, the old thing, just coming up to the surface of all the thing that, and this is happening on the 30th of December. This is like 24 hours plus 10, 34 hours, 33 hours before the New Year's Eve. So we are ending this year with the full moon in Cancer. That by itself is like, wow, a big release, a big letting go of all the emotions that have challenged us this year, of all the insecurities that we had to experience this year, through all the threatening reality, through all the processes we've been through all the traumatic experiences we had. This is our time to really let go, to really clear all this pain, all these insecurities, all these, feelings that are uncomfortable, unpleasant, that are relating to the old way of being us. The old way we looked at relationship, the old way we looked at a marriage, the old way of looking at a business or at a path or at investment or real estate or your sexuality or your values. This is kind of, it's time to purge, it's time to let go, it's time to end and to clean, because we have to be young and open and excited, and we need to be invigorated again. We need to think in a new light again. So we need to create new pathways in our brain. We need to let go of old pathways and create new ones that stimulates us and energize us and excites us for this future. The other main thing that is happening on this full moon is also Venus with the south node. It also means that Venus, 18 degrees 5 minutes, is squaring Neptune. So the old dream, illusions, deceptions, delusions, faith, smashed, gone. But confusion, what? So who am I? What am I supposed to do? Well, if I let go of that, who will I be? It's like, how can I let go of this illusion? How can I let go of this dream that I had? It's like, oh, come on, stop it. Come on, don't let it go. Come, connect with spirit, connect with a higher vibration, connect with the divine love. Realize that even that person that has smashed your heart, broke you to pieces, and dropped you on the ground bleeding, even they are messengers of love for you. Even they are teachers of divine love for you. This is how I see every ex-girlfriend I had. Every ex-girlfriend I had, no matter how hard she hurt me, and some of them did hurt me deeply, I always, at the end, was grateful for them, for the teaching they have brought me, for what I have learned through the painful experience with them. Because at the end of the day, we come into physical reality, we come into 3D, and we forget who we are as a soul, as a spirit. We come from this place of Neptune, unconditional love, divine love. Everything is one. It's all oneness. It's all spirit. And we come into this world of illusions, of deceptions. And suddenly we forget that. So we start judging each other. We start classifying each other. We start separating. This is Neptune. The illusion of separation from source and of love, or the divine connection in your ultimate connection to divine love within you. This is kind of that game. So Venus squaring Neptune on this full moon in Cancer, very sensitive emotionally already in Cancer. Then like to have like Venus with the south node, very much relating to relationship, to heart, to love, to physicality, to your money, to your investment, to things that you're attached to on emotional level. And that is squaring Neptune, breaking down illusions, smashing them. Whatever you thought used to be is no longer. Hello, Kali Rasta. And hello, Kimberly. I said hello, Kimberly, before. So this is very, very interesting. The fact that Neptune squaring Venus and the South Node on this full moon. The other point is that the moon is aligning with Uranus, and the Sun is still trining Uranus. So Uranus is kind of also very active in this full moon, and Uranus is the only planet that is still retrograding. Uranus is going to move direct later on the 14th of January, and this is a big time to remember. Until now, we spoke and we focused around Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn. It was like all 2020, yeah? Now, Saturn and Jupiter move to Aquarius. Pluto is still going to be there racking up the place until no unintegrate, corrupted, bomboclat stands up alive. Bomboclat is a nickname in Patois to ignorant fools. So now the focus is moving to this kind of like North Node, Gemini, Mercury, which is traveling now, funny enough, through Capricorn. Okay? So what Saturn and Jupiter just finished, Mercury is now assimilating the new perception. The North Node of the Moon is in Gemini, which is Mercury territory, which indicates to us that Mercury is a very clear indication of where we should focus on. So it's our local environment, our immediate environment, our personal life, our local transport, local communication, local business, local kind of connections. It's about, again, coming down together with younger way of living, new way of thinking, invigorating, exciting, being curious, wanting to learn new subject, wanting to learn, expanding, right? So this is a big theme now of Mercury in Capricorn, and with the North Node in Gemini belongs to Mercury. And on top of that, we've got Uranus, which in January is going to move direct. And when Uranus is going to move direct, this is where you're really going to start seeing very volatile, very sudden, very unexpected, a lot of like boom, 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 boom. It's going to be like, whoa, 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 what is going on? This is coming. So all this energy of Aquarius is still kind of held back by Uranus, which is retrograding. But now this full moon is aligning with Uranus. It's kind of like, oh, you better prepare yourself for these unexpected, sudden, shocking changes, events in your Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. Physical reality, your health, your finance, the way you make income, the way, your currencies. Are you still with the dollar? Or are you with us on the rocket ship to the moon of Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is just smashing it. Bitcoin is already past the 26,000 US dollars. Bitcoin is just like in a whole new territory. Everything is open for the future. Space is the limit, is going. Money is flowing in. Billionaires are FOMOing in. Millionaires are FOMOing in. Corporate money is FOMOing in. FOMO, if you don't know, is fear of missing out. So it's that state, emotional state. It's like, I want to get in, I want to get in, I want to get in. Now the retail, sitting on the sideline, the retail market, the Uber driver and the Greek uncle and the, and the Italian electrician, suddenly they go like, whoa, 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 what's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with Bitcoin? This is now where we're talking about the world, Aquarius, the people, Aquarius. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. He is in Taurus, creating a revolution in finance, birthing a whole new era of digital finance, technological finance, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. I've been screaming it for 3 years. And if you haven't joined in yet, you're still not late. Because we have a whole year of uptrend to the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is not a financial advice. This is like I'm giving you the data from what exists out there. If you want to go and learn and research, you will find it. JP Morgan predicts Bitcoin to be $650,000. Another hedge fund, which was Citibank, predicted Bitcoin to be worth $400,000. Other predictions saying $300,000. So you've got the big money joining. This is the first time in history that stock market people, brokers and hedge funds and corporates are joining in to where the people are. The people are the people of Bitcoin. It's the cyberpunks and the anarchists and the gamers and the nerds and the people that adopted first. They were the first one in, and the big money is coming there, which is what I've predicted over the last 3 years. So now you're going to start seeing FOMO, and it says that in 2021 we will see daily candles in the charts, that each candle is going to be like $10,000 candles, because it just keeps on going. Why? Because at the same time Bitcoin is taking off and silver is taking off, and gold is taking off, at the same time, the dollar is crashing down. Stock markets will crash down. I believe real estate also will crash down. That's my personal belief, yeah? So this is we're going to see a lot of shocking, unexpected, revolutionary, sudden moves in finance, in currencies. And if you haven't jumped on board yet, I have no idea what are you waiting for. Now, you may think like, yeah, but it must be a dip. I think there will be a dip. I think so. But Bitcoin doesn't care what I think. Bitcoin can just continue. So that's why the best approach is dollar cost average. Every week, buy a bit. $10, $50, whatever your capacity is, $100, $1,000, each one has a different situation. But if you buy every week, you scale your way in. Goes up, goes down, you scale your way in that way you don't left behind because you're waiting for the perfect time to drop your big chunk of money. And the personal decisions, of course, yeah? Now, what I want to show you something cool. But on top of showing you something cool, this thing about this full moon in Cancer, this is a cool fact, okay? We started the year with a full moon eclipse in Cancer on the 11th of January, the 111. A day and a half before Saturn-Pluto conjunction of the 12th of January. The way we started this entire year, 111, 11th of January, full moon eclipse in Cancer. That started it all. Then we had 2 new moons in Cancer in June, July. The first one was a new moon solar eclipse. I think it was on the winter solstice, 21st of June. And on that solar eclipse new moon in Cancer, that was, if you remember, the time we spoke about the comet Neowise. And we spoke about the fact that in the teaching, the esoteric teaching, when humanity discovers a new meteorite, is because humanity is ready to be exposed to the level of teaching of that comet. And usually when it happens, it indicates the fall down of royalty, the fall down of leadership, and the rise of new ones. So, full moon eclipse, 11th of January, a day before Saturn-Pluto conjunction started the whole thing. Then comes the middle of the year, June, July, with two new moons in Cancer in the same month, and the first one was a new moon solar eclipse with the comet Neowise, that again heralds the end of the old patriarchy and the birth of a new. And here we are at the end of 2020 with the second full moon. It's not an eclipse this time, but it's a second full moon in Cancer in this year. So in 2020 we have 4 lunar cycles of like full moon, new moon, full moon in Cancer. That says a lot about this year. It shows how this year challenged us, our levels of emotional insecurity. It challenged the Cancerian vibration of where are we being nurtured, where are we feeling connected, where are we actually being loved, what is family, where is our family, where we can find a sense of family, a sense of belonging. And as everything was taken away from us, we had to find it somewhere. Now comes this full moon at the end of 2020 and allow us to release all the pain that was in this year. Release all the suffering, release all the traumas, release all the insecurities. Just release, just clean it, because we're starting a new year. So clean it. But I want to tell you something else about this. Each degree in the zodiac of the 360 degrees has what's called a Sabian symbol. And one psychic channeled a vision image for each one of the degrees. And it's really, really cool. It's coming from a book named An Astrological Mandala by Dane Ridger. And the 9 degrees of Cancer image is a small naked girl bent over a pond trying to catch a fish. And this is the explanation. And try, as you listen to this story, try to understand the meaning, the symbolic meaning of it, and how it can represent to you something. The first naive quest, so a small naked girl bent over a pond trying to catch a fish. The first naive quest for knowledge and for an ever elusive understanding of life. The small naked girl symbolizes the innocent and spontaneous mind, as yet unclothed in cultural patterns and unrestrained by don'ts. Okay? So the young girl, she's innocent, she's naive, she's naked. She doesn't know she's not allowed to be. She doesn't know she's not allowed to be naked in public. She's not allowed that she doesn't know it's not allowed to just lean over a pond, try to catch a fish. She's raw. She doesn't know that Christians don't do that, Jewish do that, Muslim do that, Buddhists do that. She's just a child of the universe. She's innocent, naked, right? So she's in that the first naive quest for knowledge and for an ever elusive understanding of life. Now, trying to satisfy its own curiosity about what seems mysterious and fleeting, such as the fish. In a sense, the pond is the infinite mind, with very limited scope of consciousness, yet eagerly reaching out to catch the swift and elusive first realizations of the meaning of life, the purity in understanding. So this is very much relating to this Gemini, to this Mercury, North Node. It's kind of like, come innocent again, come curious again, come naive again. And it's like, try to find and catch new ideas that suddenly comes to you as a sweep out of nowhere with this Uranus influence. If there's this kind of new ideas, put them on paper. Try to see, it's like, how can you reinvigorate yourself and be curious child of the universe again? Stop feeling like a wounded, insecure soul on planet Earth, left alone in pain and suffering. It's like, let's shake out of that. Let's let that go. Let's let that go and let's start rebuild, okay? There's so much I wanted to share with you today. This is this full moon, okay? I want to show you something cool now, as I promised. Let me show you something cool. I promised to show you the solar system, and I'm just loading it now as we speak. And I'm going to show it to you. There we go. Let me expose this to you. This is our solar system right now, okay? So this is the Earth, as you can see. This is really, really cool. This is astrology in 3D. So this is the Earth. This is the Earth. Here's the moon. And the full moon is basically when the full moon is here. Here's the full moon. When the moon, there we go. This is now the 30th of December full moon. The sun fully illuminates the Earth, the moon, sorry. Now in the background, what you can see, here is that big conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, okay? So this is the alignment that happened with the Earth. Because you can see Jupiter is a bit slightly already off, right? But that was the line, Saturn, Jupiter, the Earth. That was this big conjunction. Now Jupiter is slowly going to break out of Saturn. Pluto is still in Capricorn, there is Pluto, right? Here is Venus, here is Mars. But for you to understand something cool about this, look at that. Look how tiny we are, okay? Here is the Earth, here's Venus, here's the Sun, here's Mercury, okay? Here's Mars, here's Jupiter, okay? Saturn, even bigger cycle, so that's 30-year cycle of Saturn. Jupiter, 13 months, okay? Mars, 2 years. Venus, 1 year, okay? Then you've got Uranus. Uranus, 84 years. Okay, here is Uranus in Taurus, 84 years around the sun. And then you've got Neptune, in Whoop Whoop, right? It's hundreds of years, okay? And then you've got Pluto, 248 years, okay? With Neptune, I think it's 128 years. But as you can see, this is our solar system, okay? What I want to show you now is how when you get out of the solar system, even further and even further and even further, look how tiny we are. Look how tiny we are. Suddenly you're stepping out. This is like 1 light year. This square is 1 light year only. And we're stepping out and suddenly we are connecting with Sirius. Here is Sirius, which is the Lion's Gate alignment. Okay? And then you keep on moving forward. And then you can find now Aldebaran. We spoke about Aldebaran in the last eclipse. It was involved. And here's Arcturus. And then you've got Regulus here, the brightest sun, like 400 times our sun. That's the biggest great central sun in our solar system. And then if we step out, here we are. Look at that. The universal galactic disk. Okay? Now, what I want to show you is, I'm just trying to navigate this right. There we go. This is the universal galactic disk right here. And here is our sun, tiny bit here. So with the yogi cycles and the Maya cycles, they're talking about 25,000 plus years of a cycle. And that 24,000 year cycle is the cycle around the sun. Okay? And the thing with that is that as we do that 26,000 year cycle, our solar system do it in a wave pattern like that. Up and down and up and down. Okay? So it's around that. It's around 6,000 years. 6,000 years. 6 plus, yeah? 6,000 plus years. 6,000 plus years. That's an age. Okay? That's the age of Kali Yuga. That's the age of Pisces that we just ended. That's the age of the Maya, sorry. So now we are starting 6,000 years of going up above the equator. But since 2012, we are on the equator, basically, of the cosmos. Now, this is the great central sun. In millions of years, we will get sucked into it, okay? But I just wanted to show you this. A, it's super cool. But B, to understand how vast the universe is. And I'm going to zoom in now again, and you realize, look how much exists here. Look how much supernovas, how many solar systems, how many. It's like to think we are the only beings in this universe is absolutely ridiculous. So to think that there is no intelligent being with superior technology to us and superior understanding of the cosmos to us in all this universe, and here is this cycle is 60,000 light years, 75,000 light years from the sun to here, 80,000 light years. It's huge. So of course there will be something out there that is more intelligent than us and more capable than us, but then we zoom in and 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 we zoom in, and only now you can start seeing our solar system. Okay? And this is how tiny we are. So when you see the astrology, when we speak about the astrology, we speak about it in relation to the Earth. That's when you see Mars is in Aries, okay? This is the Earth. Sun is now in Capricorn, together with Mercury in Capricorn. Venus is now in Sag, okay, coming to the south node of the moon. Here is Jupiter, and here is Saturn, and here is Neptune, Uranus. But look how massive, right? This is big, this is huge. So just for you to understand how astrology works and what it really represents, it's kind of the molecular structure of our solar system. And when these planets interact with each other with specific angles, they create in specific influence. There is series. It's amazing. It's amazing. I just wanted to show you that because it's super cool. So, yeah, and this is like in the night star. In the night sky, you will see now Jupiter, bright star, Saturn less bright, and a bit of a gap between them. Yeah, just wanted to show you this. I'm sure you enjoyed it. It's pretty cool. So tiny. So tiny. So, congratulations to us for finishing 2020. Congratulations to us for graduating 3 years of Saturn in Capricorn. We are a generation that lived, I want to remind you, in the year 2000, we have celebrated the end of a millennium and the beginning of a new millennium. In 2012, we celebrated the end of a Mayan calendar cycle and the beginning of a new Mayan calendar cycle. We are now at the end of the Kali Yuga. We are now at the end of the patriarchy. We are now at the end of. We have ended the age of Pisces. We have ended Jupiter and Saturn 800-year cycle in Aquarius. We have ended Saturn in Capricorn 3 years, 30-year cycle now beginning. We have ended the short. We are ending now the short and death cycle, the long death cycle. So many cycles on so many levels and dimensions are ending and beginning, that we should really honor ourselves of how much we achieved this year and how much, how much we have faced this year, and give ourselves a nice pat on the back and said, good on us for living in this time. And I want to tell you, that as this year ends with this full moon, give it your blessing. Don't curse it. Don't ban it. It is a year, again, it gave me my fatherhood back. It gave me normal lifestyle back, being at home, growing my own veggies, more community time. I had more community than ever before in 2020. It brought us back to essential, back to the roots, back to simple way of being with ourselves, connecting with ourselves, with the people closest to us. It has revealed the truth to us about things that we wanted to know the truth and about things that we didn't want to know the truth. But the truth is being revealed and exposed, and it's going to continue. Our mission from this year onwards, as was until now, is to make sure that we maintain our vibration and our frequency. I want you to remember, the third week of January, big. So the next key point that I'm looking into is now the 14th of Jan. There's a lot of small clicks happening until now, but on the 14th of January, this is when Uranus is stationed in direct, but at the same time he's stationed in direct, we're basically gonna have Uranus stationed in direct on the 6 degree 43 minutes, and a few days after, which is exactly on, there you go, on the 17th, 18th of Jan, Jupiter in Aquarius is going to square Uranus in Taurus direct. This is bam. This is unexpected, sudden, futuristic innovation. The new world is being magnified, expanded, birthed in a whole new level volume. I believe that by then Bitcoin is like wild. And then what we're waiting after that, and there is much more in there, this is just showing you that even though we are ending 2020 and beginning 2021, the astrological process in the background is still continuing. It's like January, February is like, whoa, it's big, okay? And then basically we're going into, there we go, here. On the Australia Day, 26th of January, okay? Saturn on 6 degree Aquarius is going to square Uranus, 6 degree Taurus. Whew. Big things coming. So January is very active still, and there's a lot more happening there, because by then, look at the moon nodes. 19 degrees 07, Neptune 19 degrees 05. So this is where it's all happening. The moon nodes are in the exact tight square to Neptune. Jupiter and Saturn are squaring Uranus, which is going direct now, and it's all like fireworks into the future. Wow. So January, February, still a lot of activity, okay? Just giving you that heads up. So, I hope you enjoyed today. There was a lot that we shared, and as always, there's a lot more that I can share. But there's never enough time, to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. What else? There's always more. Always more. Thank you so much. One last time. Thank you so much, family, for 2020. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your gratitude. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting in me. And thank you for allowing me to assist you and to take your life into better places as much as I could. I'm really, truly grateful and appreciative. I wish you all Merry Christmas. End of 2020 with a big release and letting go. Clear out your temple. Let it go, baby. Smudge your houses. Smudge yourself. Just let it go. Jump into the ocean, into the salt water. Let them cleanse your aura. Just jump in and out and just cleanse the energy from you through the ocean. And, start a new year, 2021. A new, fresh, invigorating, new perception, new realizations, new way of thinking, new way of action. If you need guidance with cryptocurrency, you will find on the booking system now, you will find also sessions that's called crypto coaching. I'm here to help you. If you don't know how to do it, what to do, just book in a session and I would love to guide you. I'll help you with everything. There is the 1 hour session, which is general guidance. And if you need help with setup, then it's a 3 hour session where I basically accomplish everything with you, from understanding what it is, to opening your wallet, to initiate your first buyer purchase, to do your first transaction, safety, security, whatever you need to do. I'm here to help you. If you want to be a part of a community that is spiritual and high vibration and love vibration, and on top of that also have our own crypto chat room where we pump updates and education about that, join our Patreon. You need to find your community, you need to find your family, you need to find your like-minded, like vibration frequency beings. And if it's us and if it's me, I am more than honored. And if it's not, I still love you. And that's what we all need to remember. We need to bring a lot of love and compassion of Neptune now. Let's be the ambassadors of love. Let's stop judging. Let's put all the judgment aside. Let's come from a place of compassion and remember that everyone has been triggered, everyone has been traumatized, everyone has been confused, everyone has been kind of brainstormed in a way. And it's only through love that we can help others. It's only through love that we can change humanity and change the world. As we started the session today with the song, we are the world, we are the children. So we need to make it a better place. For just you and me, we need to make it a better place through love. And so let us be the ambassadors of love and embody love. And if you need to join us, Monday 28th, Tuesday 29th at 7 p.m. Sound Healing Meditation, concluding this year with powerful alignments happening. Wednesday, the 30th of December, full moon in Cancer, ending 2020, big purge, big letting go. Journey at 11 o'clock is still available, 7 o'clock is fully booked. Then on the 1st of January and 2nd of January, we're doing the initiation of 2021 journeys, sound healing with a whole new planting the seeds. And of course, we're still going to be integrating the full moon. So there is healing to do. And if you need to do healing, I'm here for you. And if you need private sessions, I'm here for you. I can only offer, but you have to take it if you want it. And congratulations to all the Bitcoin believers. Congratulations to all the people that bought low, that believed even in the dips that we will go to where we are now. You deserve the abundance in your life. You deserve the success in your life. Don't sell. Hodl strong. Sit back and enjoy. There is a long ride ahead. And remember that the reason why I promoted Bitcoin in the first place was for safety and security, to protect us and you from the devaluation of currency, from the upheaval with global economy. So don't necessarily think there's like you are here to cash out dollars. That should be disqualified already. You need to understand, in the future there is no dollar. So it's not that you move into Bitcoin to create more dollar. You move into Bitcoin because the dollar is going with the time, okay? So I love you all. Maya, thank you, Maya. And Emil and Catherine and Lynn and Ruth, thank you so much, family. Join me for sound healing. Would love to see you. And I promised you guys that I will post this week summer solstice meditation. And I told you it will be ambitious, and it was ambitious. I'm sorry I didn't fulfill that promise. I was just not capable. It was very demanding week for me. So I hope you understand. I'll do my best to somehow post it to you at some